Being Canadian is more than just living in Canada. Canadian personality, values, and beliefs are something that everyone always forgets is important. There are 5 distinct traits that both define and prove a distinct Canadian cultural identity. Since Canadian kids are learning Aboriginal culture at an early age, they learn to appreciate diversity, seeing points from other people's perspectives, and being interested in culture from around the world. Another aspect of Canadian identity is healthcare. Healthcare is publicly funded by Canadians and administered by the province. The rules are set by the federal government. There is a long tradition of the province setting up programs and the federal government regulating them. For example, Tommy Douglas, who set up the first healthcare with the Saskatchewan government on the prairies where the farmers were, who were used to getting together for healthcare and health insurance. In Canada, we're used to getting together to survive. It's a pioneering spirit, and we believe in Canada that everyone deserves healthcare and resources that we can use to survive. Canada has 2 official languages, French and English. Although it makes it harder just to jump on a plane to Quebec, because no one would understand what he's saying, bilingualism does have some good qualities. Officially, it was brought in for political reasons, but it also preserves both French and Canadian culture. People may know more French than they think. We see it on food labels, packaging, signs, even in the West Coast. Knowing both French and English can help with Canadians communicate all over the world by traveling. Multiculturalism is important to both Canadian society and identity. We are a wide range of people who have come together to create a community. In fact, the percentage of ethnicity in Canada is 38% European, 12% Middle East, 10% Africa, 9% China, 8% Indian subcontinent, 7% Southeast Asia, 6% West Indies, 5% North America, 4% Central America, and 1% Pacific. In fact, these ethnicities that have a huge effect on Canada, we even experience every day, from the clothes you wear that are styled as if they're from Japan, to the food you eat that could be from Japan as sushi, or Mexican, which is from Mexico. Because we embrace multiculturalism and we don't require the immigrants who come to Canada to forget their culture, we enjoy the benefits of a diverse society. Service organizations are very important to both Canadian culture and society. Immigration services help with locating houses and apartments for immigrants who are moving to Canada. Language classes, which teach immigrants either French or English, depending on which part of Canada they're moving to. And job classes, which teach them how to obtain jobs, how to write resumes, and ready them for job interviews. 2 other service organizations are Medicare or healthcare, which we've already discussed, and retirement pensions, which are money to people who have retired but still don't have enough money to make a living or pay for their house. The last two service organizations are volunteer organizations, which are the organizations that collect volunteers to help with companies that don't have the right amount of employees with the assistance required. This happens a lot at CINB, the Canadian Institute for the Blind, and there are even more, like the food bank, women's shelters, legal assistance for people who can't hire lawyers, and many more. We believe that in Canada, it's good that we have these things, these organizations called social safety nets, because we believe that everyone should be able to have a house and good clothes and good food, instead of ragged, dirty clothes, some scraps from the garbage, and instead of a house, just living out in the street. This is what makes us Canadian. Tourism, healthcare, Aboriginal culture, and even more, so that Canadians have a distinct personality and a Canadian identity unlike any other country. Bibliography. ImagineCanada.ca. Bibliography. Bibliography. Bibliography.